Hey everybody and welcome. This is Steve from OpenBOM. In this video we're going to go through the new May 2020 behavior of templates, both creating them and using them. So I'm going to start from the beginning. I'd like to challenge each one of you to go through this little exercise here with me and you'll get a handle on all the new behavior. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a BOM that we're going to create a template from. That's how templates are created in OpenBOM. So I want to create a simple BOM that I'm going to use for generating a template. I'm going to make sure that my other settings in here are empty. I'm going to create this temp 683 BOM. Okay, I'm going to use this for creating some wireless routers that my company builds. So I'm starting with a very simple bill of material here. I'm going to add a few things. I'm going to add something that my company keeps track of for our inventory. I'm going to add bin location. I don't have any sub-assemblies, but I'll add that. And I could add some other properties as well, and I'll let you go ahead and do that. What I'm most interested in here are the next two behaviors. Next, I'm going to assign a catalog, wireless router, and I'm going to delete the duplicates. This is an existing behavior, and we always choose that. Okay, you can see now that some properties have come in from my wireless router catalog. And next, I'm going to define a formula for extended cost and say that this is going to be equal to cost times quantity. It's a very common formula, and I always, when I do multi-level rollup, I always set that to quantity. So I'm going to save that. Okay, you're going to see that right now we've got a formula in here. It has an error because I don't have cost or quantity defined yet. But again, I'm just making a template, so let's kind of go ahead and work through this. There is a setting up here I'd like to introduce you to. It's called auto formula. And what this setting does is when it's enabled, every time I add a new line, that formula definitions will automatically be present in that new line. Here's what happens if I turn it off. If I turn it off and I add another item, you can see I don't get the cost in there. And this is where we used to have to copy formulas and kind of maybe go back and redefine them. It could be it could have been a certain amount of work before, so we fixed that behavior now. So I typically work with auto formula turned on. So I'll go ahead and turn that on. Okay, so now I've got a template that's ready to go. It's got the things in it that I'm going to need for my company when we build our wireless routers. I'm ready to save this as it's a BOM. I'm ready to save this as a template. So the save template command is up here. We're going to provide a name for this, wireless router template. And right now we're going to take the defaults. You can read the documentation if you want to learn more, but the newest addition here is that BOMs created from this template will have the same formulas as defined in this BOM. So go ahead and turn that on. So we've just created a template called wireless router template, even with a typo there. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard, and we can see in our dashboard that we now have a section here called templates, and in our template area I have a new one called wireless router template. Okay, the only feature that's available here in the dashboard is delete for right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new BOM, and this is going to be our wireless router 2000, and I'm going to say to use the wireless router template. I don't need to specify a catalog or anything else. The template has all the information. Well, let's create this bill of material. Okay, so the first thing we notice is that we have the same properties as we had in our template, and we can also see that the wireless router -68 catalog is already assigned. So what that means is we can just start choosing parts now from our wireless router BOM. So we can just kind of start adding some things in. Here's a circuit board, and yeah, I've got one of those. We'll see the extended cost already calculates because the cost property is defined and it's coming from the catalog. So this starts to really make sense, and it kind of starts to get easy to do. We'll add another part for our router. Here's one of the screws. We'll say, look, this is going to take 5 of them, and I brought in the cost and vendor and everything else from my catalog. And I can add bin location or other things right now in here if I want to, because I added that property. So I'd like you to take a look at this, and the new points to this are adding the catalog and formulas to the template. So I hope you find that helpful. Of course, we look forward to hearing from you at support@openbom.com. Thanks.